I'm Ellen Frank, and I'm the founder and artistic director of Cities of Peace, and I'm so honored to tell you about this work. This is a painting in honor of the 75th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. And rather than being a dark memorial, this is celebrating liberation. So we call this the Liberation Project. And the title of this painting is Turnings. We turn toward the light, and it's called Turnings Sparking Light. And it's all gold. It's called H Gold. It's a gift from Italy in honor of the 75th anniversary. And the gold over here, that are these raised lines of gold, are red gold. The painting itself is in 3 panels. The right and left panel are actually the ceilings, the ceiling pattern of Temple Synagogue. And it's called a Moorish Orientalism, and they're actually the same, but we flipped them. So you see this Moorish Orientalism influence in terms of a 12-pointed star, and at the same time you have the Star of David. So it's a very beautiful combination of Orientalism, you might even say Islamic influence, and Judaism. The night sky, reconstructed by astronomers, January 27th, 1945, the way the night sky looked the day of the liberation of Auschwitz-Birkenau. The black squares represent the stars, and for me they represent the spirit, the soul, the people whose names were never recorded and who we have no record of at all, the unknown who were murdered there. Painting has 2 roses, a rose above and a rose below. The rose above has no thorns, but the rose below on earth has thorns. There's a dialogue between the purity of the rose, which symbolizes the community of Israel, not the country, the community of Jews. And the rose below has thorns, and we all know what those thorns are, whether it's Nazism or man's inhumanity to man. It's the thorns of our hostility toward one another. The mystical rose, it's called the 13-petaled mystical rose, is red and white striped, and the colors are symbolic. The red is symbolizing judgment, accountability, strength, and the white symbolizes loving kindness. And it's needed to have both red and white in the mystical tradition from which this comes. It's necessary to have a balance between love and the strength of judgment and discernment. The painting has a Hebrew letter through the whole piece. It's the Lamed. It's the 12th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. It means 2 things. It means to teach and to learn. My wish is, may this painting teach, and may all those who view it learn. Up here we have the map in blue. We have a map of Europe. And every Cities of Peace painting has 4 main elements. Everyone has a map. Every painting has precious metals. Every painting uses the symbols of the culture. And every painting has a touch of crimson, of that crimson red, the color of our blood. And in the map of Europe, Krakow, Auschwitz, Oswiecim are in the center of Europe. and they're going to be the place where we will place the crimson in honor of the dead. The painting, Sparking Light, will have its grand unveiling January 28th at the Galicia Jewish Museum. It will be accompanied by the world premiere of the collection of Cities of Peace, those paintings that honor the history and culture of world cities that have suffered trauma. So it will be surrounded by 10 other paintings. And together these works will say to the audience and the viewer, look at these great cities, look at these great cultural achievements of humankind. May we do everything in our power to protect civilization, protect cities, protect cultural achievements and heritage, and protect our world and its people.
Zacząłem ten projekt 5 lat temu. Zupełnym przypadkiem oczywiście, to się bardzo często zdarza. Teraz w tym roku jest on kontynuowany i urealniany. Powstaje obraz w technice iluminacji. Tej techniki dopiero się uczę. Zacząłem robić to i to jest zupełnie nowa technika dla mnie. I to jest bardzo, bardzo ciekawe, dla mnie interesujące. Ćwiczę tutaj na materiałach, z którymi nigdy wcześniej nie pracowałem. Wyzwanie kolejne.
Jestem studentką malarstwa 3. roku. Bardzo się cieszę, że jestem częścią tak dużego projektu, że mogę nauczyć się nowej techniki, a dokładnie pracować ze złotem.
Na co dzień współpracuję z żywą pracownią i jakby tym tropem się znalazłam tutaj przy tym projekcie. Na co dzień zajmuję się trochę innymi rzeczami, bo raczej mam do czynienia z krawiectwem, z takimi technikami miękkimi, z tkaniną, z nićmi. To jest zupełnie inna sprawa niż to, co robię tutaj. Ale właśnie dlatego jest to dla mnie bardzo ciekawe, że uczę się nowej techniki, próbuję czegoś nowego, jakby ćwiczę swoją dokładność. No i przy okazji mogę się przyczynić do upamiętnienia rocznicy wyzwolenia Auschwitz i to jest bardzo takie ciekawe dla mnie.